They are putting in Sarah Stapleton, who is a senior. You can see her on the bottom far right. She's getting a start on senior day here for the Badgers. For Michigan, you mentioned Hobbs. She's in the top middle there. The sophomore is getting the start. This will be her 7th straight game that she has started.
Hobbs has been a great spark for the Wolverines coming in, and her defense has improved over the course of that time. Not only can Hobbs score, but now she's using her 6'3" length to defend at a high level.
It's been a long time since Wisconsin's beaten Michigan. 2014, the last time it happened. Wolverines have won 12 in a row in this series. The jump ball goes to the home team on senior day. The Badgers, who are really playing great ball. I mean, 2 games ago, they got a win that Marissa Mosley said was the best win they've had in her 2 years on the job. Backed that up with a win against Northwestern, where they had a big lead just on Thursday, lost it, got it back. Maddie Wilkie, who takes the first shot there, was a huge part in that victory on Thursday.
Wilkie was just hitting 3 after 3. It felt smothering at times. Wilkie's ability to shoot threes has been so crucial for the Badgers over the course of the last 2 games. She's been fantastic from beyond the arc.
Avery LaBarbera, grad senior. Mosley said they even draw up plays multiple times a game to try to get Wilkie into the corner where she can hit a shot. Barbara, the long 2 is the first 2 points of the game.
Great ball movement by Wisconsin. Michigan's ball screen defense is excellent. They come up almost to look to trap, and then that skip pass led to an open look for Barbara.
Cam Williams shot off the glass and in. Junior from Chicago. Nearly tripled her minutes from last year. Julie Pospisilova steps through, kicks out, Wilkie wide open.
The moment Wilkie can get her feet set, that shot's going in because it's automatic. Her shoulders are squared to the basketball in front. It's perfect shooting pocket motion.
That ball's kicked by Brooke Schrammick. There's that ball movement we were talking about, so important to them getting good looks.
Michigan's one of the best defensive teams in the Big Ten, holding teams to less than 63 a game, but the skip pass forces Michigan's defense to shift. Maddie Nolan's running out somewhat out of control, and LaBarbera makes the right move with a pump fake. Look at Pospisilova slipping through the double, and then Maddie Wilkie's wide open in the corner, feet set, ready to shoot.
Emily Kaiser quickly on the board. What a great season she's been having.
Kaiser's been great this season, like you mentioned. Her feet also set on that shot, but Kaiser can score inside and out, not only with the post moves, but knocking down the 3 and that mid-range jumper just opens things up offensively for the Wolverines.
She is the only one remaining of the big 3 scorers playing today. Wilkie cuts inside and gets 2.
Wisconsin has been so patient offensively, not rushing into anything, reading the defense and running hard off of screens.
Schrammick went for the steal. It leads to an open look from Nolan from deep.
Now, speaking of someone who can get their feet set and it's going in, Maddie Nolan is somebody that Wisconsin does not want to leave open. When she gets into a really good rhythm, those shot-making abilities become infectious for Michigan.
Hot start shooting for both teams, each 3 of 4 from the field. Pospisilova, a long 2 off the glass and falls to Nolan. Williams. Barbara with the board. Pospisilova around defenders, again kicking out.
Smart basketball to get a paint touch and ultimately get out to an open 3-point shooter.
Nolan. Rebound to Pospisilova. The boards are okay for this Wisconsin team. They're last in the Big Ten in rebounds per game. Northwestern game on Thursday, they were great on the boards. That pass went right to Camp Schrader. Couldn't corral it. Wilkie does. And instead, it's off of Sarah Stapleton, who will come take a break. Sarah Williams checking in.
Good decision making by Wilkie, running her defender off the screen perfectly to get an open look, and then Maddie Nolan can't leave her open from 3. She's got such a quick release, and her feet are always automatically set the moment that a pass comes to her, so it doesn't take much time for her to get that shot off.
So I mentioned there's no Leah Brown, no Layla Felia. How does that change things offensively for Michigan?
Well, Michigan has to find other sources of offense, whether that be Jordan Hobbs, who's done a nice job stepping up this season. She scored in double figures multiple times during her starting reign. And then also making sure they're sharing the ball inside with Kaiser and Williams. If they can get those two going, that's a recipe for success.
Hobbs gets the friendly roll. Michigan's up by 2.
Michigan has a size advantage against most teams in the Big Ten, especially this Wisconsin team. The Michigan backcourt's average size is 6 feet, so if those guards can also try to get drives into the paint, that's going to work well.
Here's Pospisilova drilling it from deep. She has been such a scorer for this Badger team. 7 straight games scoring in double digits, 5 straight games scoring 16 or more. Kaiser double teamed. Out to Maddie Nolan. Pure shot from the girl they call Maddie Nylon.
Kaiser doesn't need to be scoring to be effective on this team. That pass out of the double team was beautifully read. It got the ball to Nolan once again, and that shooting pocket, so all Nolan had to worry about was getting the shot off.
Sarah Williams just checked into the game, couldn't handle the pass for Wisconsin. You know, we were talking with Marissa Mosley earlier today, and we both said to her, hey, your team's playing great. She chuckled. She has such a great perspective from her 9 years as an assistant coach under Gino Auriemma at UConn. She goes, great? Really? I don't know. I think we're playing pretty good. I
was like, Coach, well, downgrade great to good. Do you want me to downgrade it again to decent? That being said, I'm like, Coach, you've knocked down 21 threes in 2 games. You've got to feel good about that.
Yeah. She has such great perspective. Again, when you've won so many national championships and been to so many Final Fours as an assistant coach, that's what they have. They have a leader in this Wisconsin program who knows how to get them to the spot they want to be, and she really thinks it can happen here in Madison.
I think it can too, and Mosley is such an infectious personality that people are going to want to play for her.
Cam Schrader with a deep. Barbara with the board, whips it up ahead to Pospisilova. A lot of dishing from Pospisilova, and it's a turnover there. 3rd turnover early on. Some hot shooting early on as well. 2-point lead for the Wolverines.
I've always loved building things. Not just structures and skyscrapers, but teams who make it all possible. After all, we wouldn't be where we are today without them. So we made sure that, like these buildings, their futures may also stand the test of time.
Your best defense against erosion and cavities is strong enamel. Nothing beats it. New Pronamel Active Shield actively shields the enamel to defend against erosion and cavities. I think that this product is a game changer for my patients. It really works.
Early in my time on the football team at Wisconsin, I got done in practice with a play, and I just remember behind me hearing Coach Alvarez screaming, "Hey, Wood, don't confuse effort with results." It's the type of mentality that I've taken with me in everything that I've done. Try as hard as you want, but at the end of the day, you have to accomplish the mission. When Team Rubicon started, I'd only been out of the Marine Corps for about 60 days, and the Haiti earthquake happened. I was inspired to help in some way. I felt like my experience in the Marine Corps had given me the opportunity to make a difference in that moment. Team Rubicon focused very deeply on these really critical issues around disaster response and humanitarian work. And I think what excites me about Groundswell is unlocking billions or even $1 trillion worth of philanthropy to address all problems. I think a trailblazer sees the world as it is and asks the question, how can it be better? I'm Jake Wood, entrepreneur and University of Wisconsin graduate.
She's unstoppable when she wants to be.
The 2023 Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament, presented by TIAA. Tips off Wednesday, only on Big Ten Network.
Bucky ready to terrorize people as the Wolverines are off to an early 2-point lead. Today's State Farm State of Success is Kim Barnes-Arico. I mean, how about this? What they've done at Michigan, they have 21 wins. They win this game, that gives them 22. That's tied for the program record for most wins before a conference tournament out.
Coach Barnes-Arico has done a great job consistently having the success at Michigan and recruiting at a high level, constantly bringing in players that fit her system. And really, no one wants to play the Wolverines right now, especially when they get that power back between Layla Filia and Leah Brown. Like, this is a team that has tremendous depth when those two are in. And as you get into March, there is nothing coaches want more than having that depth that they can look to, because you need it when you're trying to make a long run and you have to play games so many back-to-back days.
It's the 11th season of Barnes Rico in Michigan. They've won 20 games or more 10 times. The only time they didn't, the COVID season when they only played 22 games. Of course, her star last year is one of our teammates this year, Naz Hillman, who broadcast a bunch of games with us until we fired her and made her go play with Athletes Unlimited.
I was going to say, you give Naz Hillman a really hard time, and she started to fight back at you, which I really appreciate. But to your point, she's killing it right now at Athletes Unlimited.
She's great. I like making fun of people who can easily beat me up.
That's fair, and she could definitely do that. I hope she's hearing this right now.
Michigan's got 4 assists and 5 made field goals early on. Kaiser stuck. 1 to shoot. I don't think Camp Schrader realized that that's a shot clock violation.
Credit Wisconsin defensively on that play, out of the timeout, just really locking in, making sure that they force Michigan to have to play for a full shot clock possession. This Wisconsin team's playing at a high level from an IQ standpoint. Not only are they patient offensively, but understand the personnel on the defensive side of the ball as well. That weak side guard or post is coming over to double team when Williams or Kaiser catches it down low. The communication has been excellent so far for Wisconsin.
Why is their offense, Wisconsin's offense, so much better this year than last year?
Well, they're taking their time, and they have skip passes like that that lead to open shots. It doesn't go in, but it's still a good look. I'm just impressed with the poise that Wisconsin is playing with. And credit Avery LaBarbera, the point guard, for coming in and kind of handling the pulse on this team on that side of the ball.
Kaiser again double teamed. She's not getting much breathing room early on today. Nolan and LaBarbera with the board.
Pospisilova affected that shot for Nolan with her length.
Shremick wide open, drills the 3.
Great example of LaBarbera being the pulse for the offense. Patiently drew the defense towards her, and that defense guarding Brooke Shremick was stepping a little towards LaBarbera, and that quick pass allowed Shremick to have an open look at the basket.
3 3-pointers in this game for Wisconsin. 3 different players have hit them. Stuck checked in for Michigan. There's some Crockett in the game as well. It's Badger ball.
LaBarbera with the pass to Pospisilova. I've been really happy with Pospišilova's passing. We're going to give Pospisilova the hockey assist on that one. A lot of times, Julie Pospisilova doesn't necessarily take the best shot. She forces a lot of the times. But the last part of this season, she's really slowed down and has started to read the defense and become a great facilitator. And at her length, she draws so much attention. It's been great for Wisconsin.
Wilkie from deep. Man, can she hit the 3 ball? I mean, heating up. 17 points for her in the last game. You know, we talked with Marissa Mosley. She said in the summer, Wilkie was hitting 75% of the 3s. That's incredible. Kaiser
like
draws
those
a whistle.
odds.
Yeah, not bad.
I'll go to Vegas on those odds. 75% from 3 during the summer. Great pass. Once again, Wisconsin is getting open looks because they are moving the ball with some pace. That cross-court pass leads to an open opportunity. But Maddie Wilkie, when she catches the ball and her feet are set facing the basket, that shot is going in because everything else is automatic. As long as your feet are set, you don't have to think about anything else as a shooter.
Wilkie's a redshirt freshman who tore her ACL in the middle of her high school senior year. So she had a red shirt last year, so this is her first year playing. Started every game this season, averaging 11 points a contest.
It's been a huge part of Wisconsin's offense, the ability just to have someone who can shoot, because Sarah Williams as a freshman has been pretty good in the inside. So when Wisconsin can establish an inside-outside game, it makes them difficult to guard.
Here's Sarah Williams traveling. That is the 4th turnover for Wisconsin.
You know, Williams at 6'4" has great size, but she's still adjusting to the physicality of Big Ten play. I spoke to her earlier this week, and she said, when I started playing against Monica Sinano and saw some double teams happen to me throughout this course, I was a little concerned, but I've started to get a little more confident as time has gone on, because it just takes reps and experience to adjust to physicality in the Big Ten. There's the double team.
There it is. Kaiser's in trouble. That's a timeout blue, they say. Michigan will talk things over. Boy, what a nice start for Wisconsin on senior day, huh?
The Badgers have done a great job with that double team down low. It comes from the weak side guard or post player, who's ever lower closest to the ball. And it's really flustered Michigan as a result. Here comes Maddie Wilkie, and Kaiser tries to take a step back because she's trying to create space for a skip pass, but because the perimeter guards weren't moving, you can watch it down here, an even better angle. Ball goes inside. Watch diagonal. Great job by Wisconsin on the double. Those three guards that aren't doubling are still in motion, trying to make sure nobody on Michigan's going to be wide open within Kaiser's eyesight. The help side defense was just as crucial as the trap was.
And to do this against Kaiser, who's a great scorer, is saying something. She averages 16 a game. That's number 11 in the conference. But her last time out, she was on fire. Scored a career-high 34 points her last game.
Kaiser can score 34 points her last season high you just mentioned, but also her assist numbers are great for a post player. She's getting 3 dishes a game. It's been fantastic because she has the ability to pass the ball out of the post, but Wisconsin took her vision away on that play.
Badgers only got 4 points here in the first quarter. Make that 6. She heard us talking about it.
Well, she also got better positioning that time. The defense was one-on-one because her positioning was so deep in the paint. Had the double come over, it would have been too crowded for all parties involved.
Wilkie's open again. Oh, around and out.
Still a good shot. Wisconsin will take that every single time. The skip passes have been on point for the Badgers.
That pass not online, off the hands of Maddie Nolan. Jordan Hobbs comes back in for Michigan as Alyssa Crockett will head to the bench. You'll notice there's going to be a lot of subs for Michigan and not many for Wisconsin. The Badgers are so heavily reliant on their starting 5 for the vast majority of their offensive production. Schrammick adds a travel. I mentioned how important the starters were offensively. Look at this graphic. 59 out of the 68 points that they score come from their starters.
Yeah, the starting 5 for Wisconsin all have the ability to score in double figures at any given time, but Coach Mosley said, you know, when you're in the process of rebuilding, you do have to find recruits that can score in double figures as well.
Sanaya Copeland with the steal, LaBarbera with the finish.
Sanaya Copeland's one of those freshmen that have come in and had a really nice freshman year. Copeland's been able to do a lot of different things, not from a scoring standpoint, but really good passer, rebounder, and defensively, she just brings another level of intensity for the Badgers.
Backdoor by Nolan, too strong, but a whistle.
Copeland read that beautifully, got right into the passing lane, steals the ball, but that pass, high level, a lot of freshmen would have tried to go up with it, even though Maddie Nolan was in position to block it, but Copeland had great awareness to pass it off to a teammate running with her for the basket.
First foul on Wilkie, second foul on the team. For the biggest Big Ten experience, there's no plus like home. The Big Ten Plus app, powered by the Big Ten Network. Download and subscribe now. Nolan, an 87% free throw shooter, hits them both. Tied at 18 in the final minute of this first quarter. Quick pass to Wilkie.
That was a tough shot to try to shoot into 2 Michigan jerseys down low for Wilkie, who's 5'10".
About 10-second difference between the shot and the game clocks. Kaiser blocked by Schrammick. Blocked again by Schrammick. 5-on-4 as Kaiser slow to get back. And she'll be saved by a kick ball.
One-on-one, Brooke Schrammick keeps the ball, her hands up high rather, gets the ball twice. She got 2 blocks. Talk about being efficient with your defensive stats in 1 possession. Hand right there, it's clean. On the other, it does a good job of establishing that plane of verticality. Good defense by Schrammick.
Copeland will fire with 11 on the clock. And that'll give Michigan a chance to have the last shot of the quarter. Stuck. And we're stuck on 18. A tie game after 10 minutes of action. The Badgers hitting them from deep.
A wise person once said, patience is a virtue, and that's exactly what Wisconsin has been able to do from a three-point line. 4 for 8 from 3, patience and poise from the Badgers.
Old Trapper Beefs.
Day of the regular season. On Wednesday, we start the women's basketball tournament in Minneapolis. We'll be showing you this and updating it as it changes throughout the day here on the Big Ten Network. But for now, let's listen into the Wisconsin Badgers huddle as Marissa Mosley said this to her team.
They're really helping in on sides, so just keep working because you're doing a great job of occupying, and then we're getting jump shots, okay? We got to make sure, though, it stops and scores, and we want to try to get some stops and then go on a little run here.
Marissa Mosley told us earlier today this is the most confident their group has been all year long. What a perfect time to be peaking like that.
Well, I loved how she said in that huddle, it starts with the defense, and she's so right. Anytime you want to go on a run, it doesn't matter what side of the ball you're on, you have to commit to the defensive side of the ball, try to get some turnovers or keep your opponent to one and done, and then get out and run in transition.
This is nice defense. Kaiser finds it inside, misses the shot, kept alive by Williams. Nolan will fire. That's the third for Maddie Nolan from deep.
That's what Wisconsin cannot allow to happen, because Michigan has enough pieces on the perimeter that can really hurt you if you do not keep Michigan to one and done.
Nolan's already halfway to a career high. She's got 11 points. Sarah Williams yet to score. The freshman with the left hand draws the whistle. She'll be shooting 2.
Good job by Williams, staying patient, facing up, reading the defense, and making her move accordingly.
Williams, a 67% free throw shooter on the season. Again, started every single game this year as a freshman. She's someone that Marissa Mosley refers to as a diamond in the rough. She was not highly valued, so to speak, on the high school recruiting world, but she saw something good in her, and it's worked out so far.
Yeah, Williams has grown tremendously this season. You saw the maturity on that last possession, staying patient when she can face up, take the time to read the defense, and then make the appropriate move versus just making the move without reading the defense.
Again, the Badger defense forcing a one and done. LaBarbera quickly up ahead. Post Pishalova. Everybody's getting a touch.
No look.
Julie will fire from deep, and the Badgers are feeling it in Madison.
The unselfish play right now has been key for Wisconsin. Every single player, it feels like, is getting a touch every single possession. That ball movement's been huge.
Kaiser, one and done again for Michigan. You know, sometimes a coach will say, we're confident, and you can't necessarily see it when you watch the team. You can see it with Wisconsin right now.
Wisconsin started on defense. They get a rebound, then pushing the ball, unselfish play. 4 different Wisconsin players, all five. Everybody touched the ball in that possession. And as a result, Julie Posh-Pishalova is wide open. That unselfish play has been massive for the Badgers.
Great ball movement again to Williams, short on the 2. Ari Wiggins. And here come the Badgers. Williams inside.
3 different white jerseys beat practically everybody on Michigan down the floor. The Wolverines have to commit to getting back in transition defense and not letting up such easy opportunities.
We're watching a 7-0 run for Wisconsin. Nolan. Holy cow, is she having a game. 4 3-pointers for number 3.
Nolan has such a quick release. Even as a defender, if you're there on the catch, you have to make sure you have a hand up in her face because she has so much confidence in that shot ability. It doesn't matter how close you are, she's going to get it off.
Well, Barbara, too strong. You know, the last game that Maddie Nolan played was on Thursday. She started off 0 for 6 from deep. In this game, she's 4 for 6.
It's because shooters have short-term memory. They don't remember any of the misses, only the makes.
Wilkie's on her tight. Kaiser. Pospieshilova's running. Hobbs makes her back off. Schrammick will take the deep one. Wilkie tried to force a turnover. It'll stay with the Maize and Blue.
Maddie Nolan, one of the quickest releases in the Big Ten. She catches it and her legs are already going into her shot. It is such a quick release. So difficult to contest because she does not need a ton of space or time to get it off. And anytime Michigan can get a skip pass or a paint touch, Nolan is getting into the eyesight of her teammate with the ball, and she is ready to knock that thing down.
Add today's total, she's made 55 three-pointers on the season.
Nice step through.
Williams for 2. I like Cameron Williams more for her defense. Only averages 6 a game, but another impressive player. She's a junior, getting so much more playing time this year.
Williams also has done a better job finishing around the rim as the season has progressed.
Shalova can't get the roll. There's a whistle on Wisconsin. The officials are checking. No, that's going to be on. It is on Schrammick, her first. One-point lead for Michigan, thanks in large part to Maddie Nolan, who's been on fire from deep, hitting 4 three-pointers in this first half.
Maddie Nolan is so impressive. I mentioned the quickness of her shot, but also her IQ to get into the eyesight of her teammates. It's one thing to be a good shooter, but you have to create open opportunities for yourself, and Nolan is elite at that by constantly moving.
Wiggins to Williams. Pospieshilová. It is hard for Michigan to get good looks unless you're Maddie Nolan and you're behind the line.
I've been really impressed with the post defense by Wisconsin. They're clogging the paint, so even when Williams or Kaiser catches down low, they don't have a ton of room to move and make a move to the basket. Wisconsin's done a nice job making things really difficult for the front court.
Long 2 for Pospieshilová.
Still a good shot. That's going to be open because Michigan likes to come up and almost trap her high head to the ball screen. Pospieshilová got right into the site.
Wilkie's starting to guard Nolan a little bit tighter. That leads to an open Wiggins. Feeds to Kaiser. Loses her defender for an easy 2. Veteran move.
Veteran move because Kaiser stayed patient. She allowed the defense to come up on her. The double was coming, and as soon as the double was coming and Wisconsin was scrambling, that's when Kaiser made her move to the basket.
2 minutes ago, I said Wisconsin was on a 7-0 run. Michigan has answered with their own 7-0 run.
What's that they say? Basketball is a game of runs?
It's true.
Someone says?
Not quoting your sources very well, but
no. Trying to keep it mysterious, but Sarah Williams has not kept anything mysterious when it's come to her play in the paint. She's been so good when she gets good positioning down low. Gets into the teammate vision, just goes down, realizes that she's got a height advantage over Greta Kramp-Schrader, and just finishes high over the basket, high on the glass, away from the defense.
Williams is a 55% shooter from the floor. That's top 5 in this conference. She's a true freshman.
I'm excited to see how Williams progresses over the course of her career in the Big Ten. She continues to get reps. She just gets more confidence every time she's on the floor.
Again, the double team in the post.
Good decision by Williams to dribble it out.
Wiggins to Kaiser, who has a huge height advantage. They'll call it traveling on Williams as she was falling down to the ground. This has been fun. Back and forth. The threes are falling. The game is tied with 4:41 to go in the half.
I'm Sean Blakely, Technical Director at AmericanEagle.com. Our clients have complex website and digital needs. Werner Co. Global Brands needed a new website platform to empower marketing and reduce technical complexity for 12 international brands, including Werner Ladder. We solve digital challenges like this all the time. We re-architected and integrated their back-office systems, significantly reducing operational expenses. For complete website and digital solutions, come to AmericanEagle.com.
Why should you get old? Well, check this out. Open an eligible Old National checking account and complete qualifying activities to earn up to a $450 cash bonus. Get old, get more, and get a little something for yourself. It's on us. Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Apply online or visit a local branch today. Old National Bank. Get old.
You said close your eyes, don't look down. Fall into me, and I'll catch you, darling. We'll dance in the street like nobody's watching. It's just you and me, and the song.
Celebrate every kiss. Get 0 down special financing with the Kay Jewelers credit card.
Welcome to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, purveyor of Midwestern values. Values like a hard day's work, lending a helping hand, being a friendly neighbor, spending time with family, staying close to home, enjoying the simpler things in life, and living with integrity. It's these values that make a Badger unstoppable.
Perfect is that.
On senior day in Madison, senior Julie Pospišilova's parents in from Prague. They were at the game in Evanston 3 days ago. They are here right now, and they are watching their daughter play some big ball.
Not only has Pospišilova been able to score, she's been able to make really good decisions from a facilitating standpoint. Staying patient, reading the defense, and creating opportunities for her teammates has perhaps been her greatest contribution today. Even, I'm going to give her a hockey assist. She's had 2 assists, but I'm going to give her a couple hockey assists because just pushing the ball to the floor at the rate that she's been doing has made it really difficult for Michigan to get back in transition defense. Huge from a facilitating standpoint, what Wisconsin's getting from Julie Pospišilova.
And the parents visiting for their game on Thursday. That was the first game they were able to see in 3 years in person because of all the COVID issues. Paulina and Mark in town, and there's Sarah Williams with 2 more.
And another assist from Julie P. Just really good floor game right now we're seeing from the senior.
11 assists on all 11 made field goals for the home team.
That just means everybody in Wisconsin is being a threat from a scoring standpoint when they have the ball.
Maddie Nolan with a game-high 14 points. He's offline. Williams trying to save it, and does. A fresh 20 for the Maize and Blue, but they got someone trapped in the corner. Sanaya Copeland, thank you. The ball to Mike Hall.
Just passed to Mike Hall, which is a mistake. He's going to turn it over every time. Don't do it, Copeland. Once again, the defense, 3 white jerseys right there. They flustered Kaiser in the corner. That's no man's land. And then the pass out, the video stopped, but it did go to Mike Hall, who did caught it. She showed some athleticism. I'm a little impressed, to be honest.
Thank you. I caught a bouncing ball.
I feel a little better working with you now.
My phone is blowing up. I'm getting tons of recruiting offers right now. 2-point lead for Wisconsin. That's the first foul on Leitzinger, who checked in the game.
Are you going to pay me on your NIL deals?
Here we go. Here we go. Look at this athleticism.
Boom! I mean, listen, any NIL deals, I get 5% because I could have easily stuck my arms out to catch it myself, but I wanted you to have your 15 minutes of fame and glory. So you're welcome.
And by the way, the form as I toss back on the court, just a lot to learn, kids.
It wasn't as good as that form, though, by Cam Williams, so we can stop talking about you now.
And the world rejoices. Back to a tie game. What a nice back and forth afternoon we've had. Again, Michigan trying to help their NCAA tournament seeds. Wisconsin trying to help their Big Ten tournament seed. They can still get a bye if they win this game. And if they lose, they could still get that single bye, but they'll need a bunch of help.
It's just easier as a team to control your own destiny.
Hobbs, beautiful 3. Hobbs with her 2nd field goal of the day and the 1st from deep.
Michigan got a paint touch, and as a result, it gave an open opportunity for Hobbs, who had tremendous lift on that shot to get it to go.
Tramick thought about the 3. Instead, Williams will turn in the post. Too strong. At 3 points, this is Michigan's largest lead they've had all day. Turn the ball over there. Pospisilova, nobody stopped ball.
Transition defense 101. Stop the ball. Julia Pospisilova read that perfectly. They all thought she was going to pass it to Sarah Williams, but she keeps it for herself.
She's got 8 on her senior day. Cam Schrader will fire. She's still scoreless. Again, Pospisilova, short on the layup.
Once again, she can't get to the basket so easy. Michigan has to prevent that from happening.
And this is a very good defensive team in Michigan. Second in the Big Ten, giving up only 62 a game. Kaiser, what a tough shot. She's staying on the ground for a moment.
Great play strength-wise by Brooke Schrammick, getting the ball out to Julia Pospisilova. No one stops her. She's able to get an open look. And once again, just getting to the basket, doing a great job. I tell you what, Wisconsin's defense right now has been so elite when it comes to doubling down in the post. That weak side guard or post player is coming over. Kaiser is down again. She's had some broken nose issues throughout this season. Was wearing a mask earlier this year. She's so tough. And once again, just trying to make a move, trying to break that double team. She just runs her face into Julia Pospišilova's shoulder, it looked like. She's so tough.
You mentioned the issue she had earlier. Back in January, she collided with Leah Brown, broke her nose, had to wear that face mask for weeks. I don't know many people who like wearing that face mask. There was a point when she just ripped it off in the middle of a game.
Richard Hamilton liked the face mask, but outside of him, I don't know anyone else who really did. That's just a player who does so many little things for Michigan, not only from her scoring perspective. You know, she dropped 430 last game, but from the standpoint of facilitating, Wisconsin's been great defending her. There's the double team. They made it so difficult. The angle at which the double team's coming over is preventing her from being able to turn back over that opposite shoulder to find an open person to pass to. Not only was Wisconsin being flustering, but they're cutting off any sort of angle that Emily Kaiser could use in order to get the ball out of the double team.
Remember, there's a lot on Kaiser's shoulders right now because she's the leading scorer on this team, but only because Layla Filia is out with an injury. She averages 17 points a game. Leah Brown is out for her second straight game due to an internal issue. She averages 18 points a game. So without the top 2 leading scorers, there's added emphasis and importance on what Emily Kaiser can do.
And they went to go review this, probably looking for excessive force, and I don't see anything excessive. That was just solid defense by Wisconsin, and Kaiser gets tripped up at the end.
Officials are talking to Barnes-Arico about it right now. Kaiser's on the bench. Michigan up by 1. LaBarbera out to Wilkie. Neither team in foul trouble here as we approach 90 seconds left in the quarter. Schrammick from deep, in and out. Michigan offense been driven by Maddie Nolan, who's at 4 3-pointers. Hobbs, a long 2, is good.
Great decision by Hobbs. Came off with that little screen, realized that their defense was nowhere to be found. She just stopped and popped.
Barnes-Arico said Hobbs has been playing so well, she keeps moving the goalposts on her. She says, I asked you to do this, you did it, but now I need you to do this. Now I need you to do this.
Gotta keep it interesting, you know?
Pospisilova follows up her own shot. She's got double digits.
We have said her name every single possession, and as you can tell, it's a long last name, and she has just been so effective, affecting the game in every single way, offensively and defensively.
This is the 21st double-digit scoring game of the season for Pospisilova.
She's just getting it done. I mean, her scoring's been good. I'm just so impressed with her floor game from a facilitating standpoint and also defensively when it comes to guarding one-on-one, being in the help lane, or coming over to double teaming down low in the post.
Bounce pass to Nolan, blocked by Schrammitz. Having a great game in the post defensively.
Good decision by Nolan to cut over quickly enough so Williams could get the ball to her. Even better defensive help side by Brooke Schrammick coming over to block that opportunity.
Barely any difference between shot and game. Can the Badgers take the lead into the break? Post Pishalova, the reverse. Camp Schrader's heave is short. And on senior day, the Badgers are giving their crowd here something to stand up and cheer about.
Patience, poise, leads to the perfect shot for the Badgers. The post Pishalovas are loving the assignment, especially when it comes to the double team down low. There's the double. It comes from the weak side guard or post, and the angle getting cut off has prevented Emily Kaiser, who's a really good passer out of the double, from really being able to find her open teammates because that angle's getting cut off. Her vision's blurred, and as a result, it's been this recipe for success for Wisconsin to get stops defensively. Julie Post-Pishalova, on the other hand, has been a force to be reckoned with from a facilitating standpoint, making really good decisions. Her floor game perhaps has been its best I've seen so far this season. She's not forcing anything from a shot perspective, waiting for the right opportunities where she's wide open, and it has been the difference in this game. 12 points from the senior. She's certainly playing like a senior.
Post Pishalova and Williams had all 18 points for Wisconsin in the second quarter there. The last 6 came specifically from Post Pishalova. And as we start the second half, a reminder again, Leah Brown, I should say, is out. This is the second of 2 games she's missing due to an internal issue. And Layla Filia is missing her 7th game today, which means the pressure is on players like Maddie Nolan to step up, and Nolan is doing that. 16 points so far.
We talked about seniors stepping up, Wisconsin, Julie Post-Pishalova, but Maddie Nolan for Michigan has done a great job scoring not just 3-point shooting, which is what she's known for, but also getting to the basket and just bringing that intensity on offense and defense.
Already had 11 lead changes in this game. Williams, too strong, and Hobbs has the board.
Really good defense by Cameron Williams in that possession, not allowing Sarah Williams to have an open look whatsoever.
Kaiser double teamed. That's been happening all day long in the post. Schrammick reaches in and forces a tie-up. It's going the other way.
A lot of times when Kaiser gets double, she's able to step through the double, but Wisconsin's not allowing that angle to be had. Watch the feet of Williams and Schrammick. You can't step through that because their feet are so tight together, and Schrammick just does what you're supposed to do. The ball gets brought down in the post, put your hands down, get your hands on it, and get the jump ball.
LaBarbera on the drive, feeds Williams. Taken away by Kaiser.
Williams had 3 people around her. She needed to pass it out on that possession.
Again, they feed the post. Williams before the double team comes. And here comes Post Pishalova. Williams at the top of the key, did not shoot it. She shot 3 3-pointers all year and missed all 3 of them. Whistle underneath.
Maddie Nolan does a little bit of everything for this Michigan team, but she's been so effective from a scoring perspective because she's staying patient. Not only does she have a quick shot, but as the defense is flying at her, now she's able to put the ball on the floor and drive by people to the basket.
Post Pishalova, the 8-footer off the glass.
Wisconsin is getting really open on screens. It just comes down to the person who comes off the screen has to set up their defender so it runs off the screen perfectly without anyone fouling.
Post Pishalova had 20 points in their game on Thursday. Hobbs off the glass as well.
Nice job by Hobbs getting a high angle off the glass.
Senior day here in Madison. Badgers trying to get the 10 seed in the Big Ten tournament. They will get that if they get a win. Means they don't have to play until Thursday in Minneapolis. Williams inside. And Nolan has the board.
I thought Kaiser took a lot of contact from that play, but nice job by Williams still trying to get open down low.
Popped away by LaBarbera, but Nolan corrals it. Camp Schrader from deep. That's the 6th 3-pointer of the day for the Wolverines.
It's a big shot by Camp Schrader. Michigan needs someone not named Maddie Nolan or Emily Kaiser to step up and knock down shots. Jordan Hobbs has done a good job of that, but if they can have 4 or 5 dangerous scores on the floor at all times, that's when Michigan becomes hard to stop.
First points of the day for Camp Schrader. Pospisilova answers.
Pospisilova is using her length really well right now to get to the basket. She's sidestepping multiple defenders in pursuit.
I'm wondering where Julie Pospisilova will be on the All Big Ten. And the reason I bring that up is because we're going to find out on Tuesday. Big Ten Today will have you covered with the announcement of the all-conference teams from Minneapolis. You know who's hosting that show?
You, I think.
No. Well, yes, I am. You'll be a part of it, though.
That's nice of you to give me a little airtime.
On Tuesday, we'll find out, though, on Big Ten Today, exactly who is Coach of the Year, Player of the Year, First Team All Big Ten, etc.
Who do you think is going to win Coach of the Year?
Shauna Green at Illinois would be my guess. The amazing turnaround in 1 year. What about you?
Shauna Green or Terry Moore and what she's been able to do at Indiana this year. Remarkable. Second in the country.
5 on the shot clock. Ari Williams is running out of time. Schrammick almost loses it. Gets it back. Is there any of those races that you think are tighter than other? Player of the Year, I assume that's Clark?
Player of the Year is going to be tighter than people realize because of the year Mackenzie Holmes has had for Indiana and the fact that the Hoosiers won the league. I do think Caitlin Clark will win it, and rightfully so. She's put up amazing numbers consistently, but that race I think is not so clear-cut as who the winner is.
Freshman of the Year I think is going to be fascinating. He's offline, but it could be Cody McMahon at Ohio State, could be Yarden Garzone at Indiana.
Could be Sarah Williams here is going to be a candidate. Mara Braun from Minnesota.
Maddie Nolan, a good look.
Even Nolan's misses are pretty. That shot's still lined up, and her form is so pure the way she flicks the wrist. Every shot she shoots looks like it's going in.
Got good genes. Her mom's the all-time leading scorer at New Mexico State history.
You know who her head coach was, right?
Who's that?
Joe McEwen at Northwestern.
I've heard of him.
Me too.
Pospisilova, the long 2. She's up to 18.
Pospisilova is scoring in so many different ways right now, whether it be getting to the basket, scoring from the mid-range, or the 3. It's just opening things up offensively for the Badgers.
Tied at 42. Camp Schrader. And that'll be off Schrammick.
Julie Pospisilova coming off the screens, making things happen. She's just having a great floor game, reading the defense and making it work for the Badgers.
You know, if you were cash backing, you could earn on everything with just one card. Chase Freedom Unlimited. So if you're off the racking or crab cracking, you're cash backing. Cash back on flapjacks, baby backs, or tacos at the Taco Shack.
Nah, I'm working on my 6-pack.
Switch to a King Suite.
Or book a silent retreat.
Silent retreat? Oh, hold up. Yeah, I can't talk right now. I'm at a silent retreat. Cash back on everything you buy with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Old Trapper Beefs. Last bag.
You know there's plenty for both of you.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
This is the future of foundational nutrition. AG1 lets you drink your vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and so much more. One scoop, once a day. Learn more at athleticgreens.com.
Baseball's biggest names play for national pride.
Here we go. Buckle up.
The World Baseball Classic comes to Fox. The World Baseball Classic begins March 7th on Fox and FS1.
When animals are in danger.
This gentleman's bunnies ate his drugs.
Really? What kind?
Floppy-eared, fluffy.
No, the drugs. What kind of drugs?
One team.
We just got a 911 on a bear. Get this in a hot tub.
Did he turn the jets on?
Answers the call.
Oh, he's got a crazy look in his eye. Oh, it's huge. You grab the head.
Wait,
right
you grab
here.
the head.
No, you grab it.
Joel McHale.
You're fucking me now.
Animal Control. Thursdays on Fox or watch anytime on Hulu.
Women's basketball on the Big Ten Network, brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Mentioned it's senior day in Madison, so before tip, these were the moments that we got to watch on the court. Family in attendance, including Paulina and Mark Pospisilova in from the Czech Republic. Sarah Stapleton, Avery LaBarbera, and Pospisilova. See the parents on hand watching what has been a really impressive performance for the home team. Had 10 wins on the season, but they're starting to play great ball. Pospisilova scored the last 12 points for Wisconsin, including all the points this quarter.
Look at that pass from LaBarbera. Shremick gets open, but that pass from LaBarbera led Shremick right to the basket.
First time someone not named Pospisilova has scored this half.
Yeah, you
for
said her
Wisconsin.
name a lot. It was on your bingo card. You would have won by now.
Hobbs with a good look. Down Wisconsin.
Badgers are keeping Michigan in one-and-done situations, and the Wolverines were getting second-chance opportunities. They were killing Wisconsin on the boards. Michigan has to be aggressive attacking the O-boards.
This game has been so close. No one has led by more than 4 points all game. Pospisilova. Kaiser with the board.
Good defense by Michigan because Pospisilova was forced away from the basket while trying to shoot that.
Kaiser, remember, got hurt in the first half. Hurt her nose. She's back in action, of course. Draws a whistle.
Avery no-look LaBarbera getting the ball right inside to Shramick. Draws 2 defenders. And then no-look. Everybody in a Navy jersey, that's the color, look the other way.
Kaiser and the foul on Pospisilova.
Kaiser's going to really need to step up in this game if Michigan's going to start to pull away from Wisconsin because of her size and physicality. But good decision by Michigan to get the ball inside to her. Finishes with authority. Kaiser is so impactful in this game because she's a veteran player. She has the ability to play with her back to the basket, but her motor is what makes her so special. She attacks the glass so hard, goes up for offensive boards, and just creates so many different opportunities for the Wolverines.
Kaiser's 1 rebound away from a double-double. Meanwhile, the second foul on the leading scorer for the Badgers. Quick feed inside, and that's a whistle on Kyra Evans.
Coach Mosley's coaching Sarah Williams, saying, get lower on your seal. The ball got inside. Kyra Evans tried to come over her back, but if Williams were to have gotten lower in that seal, she would have been able to catch it and then score on Evans because she was so deep position-wise.
Barbara having a hard time finding someone to inbound. LaBarbera wide open for 3.
Paint touches lead to open threes. Wisconsin right now has had the ability to move the ball at will in this game, and it's forced Michigan's defense to shift, and as a result, open shots have been had.
Hobbs on the drive. She'll go to the line on senior day. LaBarbera scoring with family on hand watching.
LaBarbera hits it, and you want to know what? There's no one who's a bigger fan of you than Mom. Oh my goodness, can we just talk about how she grips the shoulder of who's sitting next to her? I love mothers. They are the best.
Our brother, reigning Patriot League Player of the Year. She's got 7 points right now. Hobbs cutting into the deficit for Michigan, or trying to. Misses. And LaBarbera with the board. Hashtag I love moms trend.
We should try to. Really, the gripping of the shoulder is what killed me. How good is that, man? We just need to keep a camera every time Avery LaBarbera shoots. I want to see how Mom's reacting.
And then see the shoulder of that guy after the game. Hobbs with the steal and the finish. Back to a 1-point game.
Michigan picking up in a press now. Really good decision just to try to show Wisconsin a different look. They weren't ready for it that possession. That's why the steal came.
Outlet to Williams. Loses Kaiser, who stumbles into the cheerleaders. And it's 2 more for the Badgers.
You can't argue that Kaiser doesn't play hard because she is all over the floor, affecting every single play for Michigan.
10 points, 9 boards, 4 assists for the star Wolverine. Kaiser from deep. That'll be Badger ball.
Michigan put on the three-quarter court press, got a steal off of it the first time. The second time, Wisconsin breaks it. Breaking presses by throwing the ball up the floor quickly and effectively. If you do that, you get layups.
Nice job by Williams for the pump fake to lose Kaiser on that shot. 2 minutes left in the third. 3-point lead for the Badgers. Tonight, Copeland loses it. Wilkie in the corner. Haven't called her name in a while. She's due.
It's difficult as a shooter to have to bend down out of your position to get the ball, but credit Wilkie for bending down. But she still had enough time to gather into that shooting pocket and score in her normal form.
This is the 13th game that Wilkie has made 3 3-pointers in a game or more. And this is the largest lead of the game for either team right now. That's an open Hobbs. Pure shot. Great answer when Michigan needed it.
Great answer with great ball movement. Michigan got a couple of reversals and it led to a wide open look for Hobbs.
Schrammick couldn't handle the pass from LaBarbera.
As Copeland falls out of bounds, Wilkie comes out of her stance just a little bit to catch the ball, gathers, still into the shot pocket. That's automatic for Maddie Wilkie. Then some good ball movement, paint touches, open threes. Jordan Hobbs in a much needed tray for the Wolverines.
Hobbs starting her 7th straight game this year. That's to the injured Layla Filia.
The double.
The team again on Heiser. Hobbs with a good look. Out of bounds off Michigan.
Better ball movement by Michigan that possession. Kaiser was able to get it out of the double team. Hobbs is doing a nice job rotating into the eyesight of the person getting double team. That's what's going to be huge for Michigan down the stretch.
Nolan's made 4 3-pointers. And there's a steal. Here's LaBarbera. Badgers running. The senior kept alive by Schrammick. Wilkie thought about the 3 but pulled back. 10-second difference between the clocks. Wiggins on LaBarbera. Swooping layup is no good, and Michigan has the ball. 5 seconds left. Hobbs will fire. A 3-point ball game as we head to the final 10 minutes of action.
What a play by Wisconsin, playing hard on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. We've got a game headed into the 4th.
Hey, we finished what we started. We finished what we started right now. You have got to close up the trap. That doesn't mean that if she starts limiting, you start coming on this side of her. Use this as your other defender. Keep her and let her in there. Don't let her out.
What have you seen from Wisconsin? Why are they in this position right now?
When Wisconsin can close the traps, like Coach Mosley talked about, Kaiser hasn't been able to effectively pass out of it. But when the trap's been open, Kaiser's been able to maneuver herself through it. If Wisconsin can continue staying poised and in this defensive mode, they have an opportunity to win this game.
Traveling on Wiggins. Turnover. The 9th for Michigan today. Remember, in this rivalry, Michigan's won 12 straight meetings. The last time Wisconsin beat the Wolverines was 2014.
I was still in college then.
All right.
That's a long time ago.
All right. We get it. You're young.
I was saying I'm old.
Pospisilova fires. She's got 21 points. This is her 7th 20-point game of the season.
Pospisilova is just playing like a senior right now on senior day. Here comes the trap. See how the trap was closed that time and it forced a charge to happen.
Emily Kaiser is just smiling as she slowly walks up the court. Can't believe that call.
Well, she's been frustrated, understandably so, but watch the feet of LaBarbera and Williams. They close, they hit each other. That's how you close the trap, and as a result, you can get a charge, you can get a steal, whatever it might be. Good things happen when you close the trap.
Talking all day about the importance of Wisconsin's defense. Mishalova's heading to the line.
Wisconsin has been so active offensively. Players are constantly moving, and it's forced Michigan to have to constantly be moving as well defensively. Pospisilova, it's probably taken like 10,000 steps in this second half alone, the way she's been able to move without the ball, with the ball, whatever it might be. Her activeness, or activity rather, is probably the proper way to say that, has been what's made her successful.
77% free throw shooter on the season. Having a great performance, 22 points. Did most of their scoring the second and third quarter. Mom and Dad on hand from Prague. This Wisconsin team has started to really find a rhythm. They've won 3 of their last 4 games. 2 games ago, they beat Rutgers by 26 points in a meeting that their head coach said the best game they've played in her 2 years in charge of the program. And they're trying to close out a win over a top 15 ranked opponent. Maddie Nolan would not like that to happen.
Nolan comes off, and she's so under control, shoulder spare to the basket. I love her ability to get that ball into her shot pocket every single time.
They win this game, as you see, back-to-back Big Ten wins. Ramick inside.
Wisconsin has just been so disciplined offensively, cutting hard off of screens to make themselves open down low in the paint.
The lead is 8 for the home team. Kaiser, no. Williams with the board. Barbara. Inside, the freshman. Kaiser has it.
Williams had good positioning, but Cameron Williams did a great job defensively.
Hobbs loses her defender. 3 goes in and out. Michigan's gone cold. 2 of 10 from deep in this second half.
Wisconsin has forced really hard looks for Michigan. Even the open ones aren't falling right now.
This is a Wisconsin team that's lost 13 straight games to ranked opponents. Williams was all alone for a moment. The pass was slightly offline, and all she does is split the 2 defenders and score. Double-digit lead thanks to a 9-2 run by the Badgers, and Kim Barnes-Arico calls timeout. Senior day going perfectly according to script right now for Wisconsin.
A ballet studio, an architecture firm, and homemade barbecue sauce. They're called small businesses, but to the people who build them, there's nothing small about them. That's why at T-Mobile for Business, you'll save more than $1,000 versus Verizon. And with Price Lock Guarantee, we'll never raise your rate plan, so you can keep your focus on toe turns and making sure the sauce is extra spicy. At T-Mobile, there are no small businesses.
Tonight, a key victory is at stake when Cliff Omori and the Scarlet Knights battle Jalen Pickett and the Nittany Lions. Big Ten basketball, presented by Jeep. Tonight at 6:30 Eastern on Big Ten Network.
Here we go, Billy. Swing hard, buddy.
At Auto Owners Insurance, we know you. We know every Saturday your son Billy plays Little League. We sponsor his team. And we know you love parking way too close to the field. That's why we tailor a unique policy for you and your car. Because sometimes something from out of left field can literally come from out of left field. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners makes sense for you. Hey, Billy.
This is for the real ones, the fans that live for this. The type that get there early and love explaining why a 4.25 is effective against an RPO. This is the USFL. Reborn from the OGs. The hits, the picks, the dimes. Drive so long you have to stop for gas. This isn't some Hollywood knockoff. This is Dragons USDA primetime football. Just ask these guys.
You better recognize the real.
Except no substitutes.
Poshmark is the perfect side hustle. It got me through school, a new job, and getting into my first apartment. There's so much I can sell. Bags, accessories, home decor, and it's so easy to sell on Poshmark. You can do it in a minute. I love it.
When we say everything is going Wisconsin's way on senior day, we mean it. The last basket that they scored, watch the two screen. As the head coach, Marissa Mosley, sees there's trouble, she's calling timeout. No one hears her. It leads to a bucket. She's like, oh, well. Sure.
You know, sometimes you just gotta let things play out. Just fantastic job by our crew getting that reaction. But look, Coach Mosley's done a great job laying into her team about committing to the defensive side of the ball. Michigan, for them to get back into this, it has to start on the defensive end. Not panicking offensively, but just playing solid defense, trying to keep Wisconsin to one-and-done situations to try to go on a run.
You know, had so many three-pointers from Maddie Nolan early in the game. She hasn't hit one in a while. That was the spark of their offense in the first quarter. They're down to 5 on the shot clock. Camp Schrader, offensive foul.
And that was the right call. Cam Schrader had that elbow right into the chest of Wisconsin, and she initiated that contact and pushed out. LaBarbera, the shoulder right there, and she just hits LaBarbera. It's an offensive foul.
Important time to remind you, Michigan's leading scorer, Leah Brown, out for her second of 2 games missing due to a team internal issue. Their second leading scorer, Layla Felia, still out. Her 7th missed game with an injury. That is a combined 35 points that those 2 players bring to Kim Barnes-Arico every single game that they don't have today.
And those are 2 players that have been crucial to the success of Michigan because of the size that Felia and Brown possess. As guards, they're both over 6 feet tall, and so having that length and physicality has been huge for Michigan this season. Hopefully they'll be able to get both back soon.
10-point lead for Wisconsin. They've scored 9 of the 11 points in this quarter. Kaiser trying to force the action, no. Williams, second opportunity, she'll go to the line.
Michigan was giving Wisconsin a tough time early in this game when they were getting those second chance opportunities. Nice job by Williams down low, staying active, staying physical to get that O board and free throw opportunity.
Best case scenario, what does Michigan do offensively these final 6.5 minutes?
I think they need to get the ball inside just like they've been able to do, because when the ball gets inside, Wisconsin either has to come over for the trap and the outside game is open, get it to Jordan Hobbs, get it to Maddie Nolan, or let Kaiser make a move down low because she's such an elite post player with her back to the basket.
That trap has been effective for Wisconsin, though, defensively.
When they've been able to close the trap, it's been effective. And Wisconsin's help side defense has been able to rotate over and force it to be hard to throw out of the trap.
You said it needs to start for Michigan on the defensive end. Had the press. Badgers broke it. Tania Copeland in the corner for 3. Her first points of the game.
Wisconsin's had wide open 3 opportunities throughout this game because of the way they're moving the ball. Skip passes, just quick passes around the perimeter. Michigan's not getting to their man on time.
The 9th three-pointer for a Wisconsin team that averages 7 a game. Camp Schrader. Kaiser. That's what you want to see more of.
And Kaiser gets the ball up so high so you can't block it as a defender, and she's far enough away from the basket that she's not going to be able to initiate that contact. Just a nice move to focus on the finish.
Post Pishalova alone underneath. She's got 25.
Wisconsin is running their defenders off of screens so well. You have to get to the level of your screener and then run that defender right off, and Post Pishalova has been able to do that successfully.
What a senior day she's having. Halfway through the 4th quarter. Camp Schrader for 3 and an out. Kaiser. That 2 will count. Kim Barnes-Arico calls timeout. He needed that basket. Cuts the deficit down to single digits.
What a play by Wisconsin. The backdoor cut comes. Nolan gets caught on the screen behind Post Pishalova with a wide open look to the basket. And the ball movement, paint touch, leads to an open 3. Paige patience, poise from Wisconsin has led to a nearly perfect fourth quarter, and no one loves it more than the bench.
My relationship with my credit cards wasn't good. I got into debt in college, and no matter how much I paid, it followed me everywhere. Between the high interest, the fees, I felt trapped. So I broke up with my credit card debt and consolidated it into a low-rate personal loan from SoFi. I finally feel like a grown-up.
Break up with bad credit card debt. Get a personal loan with no fees, low fixed rates, and borrow up to $100K. Go to SoFi.com to view your rate. SoFi, get your money right.
And what if I need help picking a plan?
State Farm's here to help.
What up, Bo?
Okay, guys.
What if he's not actually 7'4"?
We good? Yeah, we good. Good work today, boys. Oh, it's 11.
At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If you want to go fast, go faster. And if you got the devil on your shoulder, take him for a ride.
Your best defense against erosion and cavities is strong enamel. Nothing beats it. New Pronamel Active Shield actively shields the enamel to defend against erosion and cavities. I think that this product is a game changer for my patients. It really works.
I mean, how good does Minneapolis look? They're getting ready to host the 2023 Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament. It's presented by TIAA. It tips off Wednesday. Every game Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday right here on the Big Ten Network. This is how things stand for now. This could change drastically in the next 30 minutes as all those games are about to come to a close in the final game of the regular season. Something to keep in mind. 8 straight years, the winner of this tournament has been a 1 or a 2 seed.
That is absolutely wild. And as good as the league has been this year, don't be surprised if that gets broken. Because not only are the top 4 seeds so strong, but you have a Michigan, you have an Illinois who's in that 5-6 position that could easily make a run with how much talent they have.
The lowest seed to ever win it is a 5 seed, by the way. That happened a few times. Michigan forces a turnover here. Hobbs in the lane. Fighting for the board. And that's going to be a tie-up. By the way, that graphic we just showed talked about Wisconsin's three-pointers. You opened this broadcast by talking about how much better they've been from deep the last 2 games. That's a huge reason why they're up on a top 15 ranked team.
Wisconsin has 21 assists in this game on 26 made field goals. But the patience and the way the ball is moving right now has led to open three-point opportunities. So not only are those shot attempts high, but the assist number is really high. Wisconsin is playing so well together right now.
Amazing way that confidence can just trickle forward. That's what Marissa Mosley said. The ball movement they have and the confidence they have is why their threes have been working. That being said, there's a turnover, something Michigan needs. Down by 9.
This is going to be a big possession for the Wolverines. They need to try to get a paint touch to open up the floor offensively.
Nolan had 4 made three-pointers in the first half. She's sitting on 18 points. Hasn't hit a 3 in the second half. Almost a tie-up. Somehow Nolan gets it out. She will fire. Another miss for Nolan in the second half. This is the inverse of what happened in her last game, where she started 0 for 6 from 3 and then hit 3 three-pointers in the fourth quarter. Here's that press for Michigan. And it's a 10-second.
Marissa Mosley was trying to call a timeout there, but no one heard her, and she's yelling at her team. They have to come up and help her. Great defense by Michigan to notice that LaBarbera picks up her dribble in no man's land, and they just smother her. Great recognition by the Wolverines.
Kaiser all alone, taking it herself.
Great move. She felt there was no one on her back. Williams was looking the other way, and Kaiser makes a quick move in.
16 points, 11 boards for the star Michigan player. LaBarbera left alone from deep. It's out of bounds, Michigan ball.
These are the types of plays that smart players makes. Sees where the defense is. In fact, Post Mishalova actually hit Williams, almost screening her a little bit for Kaiser, but fakes the handoff, keeps it for herself. I love when post players make that move because it always catches the defense off guard, because when you're handing the ball off, you're expecting the handoff to come. You're not expecting the player to take it to the basket.
7-point deficit for the visitors. 3 minutes to go in the game. Kaiser's trapped. Taya. It'll stay here. Mosley wanted to travel.
Michigan's not helping Kaiser out at all when she gets the ball and the trap comes. I mean, the ball's so clogged. There's nobody who's trying to get open and get into her line of sight. Now, Wisconsin's done a good job preventing it from happening, but once the ball goes inside to Kaiser and she gets double teamed, no one on Michigan's helping her out.
Shot clock at 11. Stuck. Gets the shot, and she'll head to the line.
Big basket by Elise Stuck. Michigan has the physicality and the height advantage off the inbounds play. Stays strong finishing towards the basket, and I love the use of the backboard here. Turning into two players, but she avoids the block coming over by Sarah Williams.
This is the free throw. That was the first basket of the game for Stuck. Lane violation, so she'll get a second opportunity and makes good use of it. Wisconsin will take a timeout as their lead is now down to 4. Michigan has scored 7 unanswered points.
It's happened on the defensive side of the ball. Michigan stepped up in that press. They've done a great job. Wisconsin's had 3 turnovers over the course of the last 3 possessions, and as a result, Michigan has been able to capitalize off of it.
Back to what you said, if they're going to get back in the game, it's going to have to start with their defense. And Michigan is a great defensive team. They give up 62 points a game on the season. That's second best in the Big Ten.
Michigan's press is huge here down the stretch because Wisconsin has had success breaking it, but also they've turned it over. There's really been no in between.
Right.
They're either going to lay up or they turn it over.
If Michigan can come back and get this win, that'll give them 22 wins in the regular season, tied for the most in program history. They've all come with Kim Barnes-Arico as the head coach. And you know, we haven't talked about this yet. Michigan's a great road team. They're 7-3 on the road this year.
Any coach in America would take a 7-3 record on the road, especially in the Big Ten. Are you kidding me? Whew.
This year. There's a turnover again. That's 4 in a row.
I thought that was a kick ball.
Me too. No whistle though, so Michigan has it. Bounce pass to Kaiser in the paint was too dangerous. And a foul on Wiggins.
I can't begin to tell you how big of a defensive play that was for Wisconsin. From a momentum standpoint, for Michigan to get that turnover, to be able to come down and about to have a high percentage opportunity to cut this to 2. Huge defensive effort by Wilkie getting back and preventing that from happening.
Near turnover, but it was off Nolan's hand. Both teams have lost 12 turnovers. Wilkie's sitting on 11 points.
Good job by Maddie Nolan making LaBarbera pretty unavailable and forcing her to play 40 feet from the basket.
Badgers are in the bonus. Schrammick, no, but the whistle will send her to the line.
Wisconsin's even getting to end of shot clock situations, and they're not panicking. They're recognizing where the defense is, and that's exactly what you need to do at the end of the shot clock. Drive the ball in, either trying to score or trying to get fouled.
Now, she was shooting there, but again, they're already in the bonus, so they're going to the free throw line every time there's a whistle on Michigan this final minute 50. Schrammick, a great free throw shooter. 7th in the Big Ten. Shooting 85% from the stripe. The lead is 6.
There's still plenty of time for Michigan to come back in this one.
Kaiser. Pishalova with the block. Double team. Schrammick forces a steal. And a whistle as LaBarbera got popped in the face.
The defense, again, on point for Wisconsin. They were switching everything on the defensive side of the ball. Williams gets switched on to Nolan, Pishalova, to Kaiser. Then the trap comes from Schrammick. I mean, just a fantastic job defending without fouling.
So Crockett committed the foul. 2 free throws for LaBarbera. 82% shooter from the stripe. That's the first missed free throw of the day for Wisconsin. They're 7 of 8. Mom is watching on her phone, but barely watching with her eyes.
That was big. You're doing great, sweetie energy.
Listen to the Madison crowd cheer on their team with less than 80 seconds to go. Williams with the block.
That 6'4" length coming in handy for Sarah Williams. She defends without fouling, and she actually didn't even have to get that close to Hobbs. She just had to put her arms up and swat at it.
7 Badger blocks today. LaBarbera with the steal. 1 minute left until the Badgers could get their biggest win of the season in their final day of the season.
It's all been defensively. As well as they've played offensively, defensively, Wisconsin has an opportunity to win this game. LaBarbera comes over, makes the smart play. Williams has been solid and fundamental playing post defense. I'm blown away, by the way, Wisconsin's approach to the defensive side of the ball.
Michigan averages 75 points a game. They're sitting on 62 with 1 minute to go. You want to talk about a team that is doing all the little things right. Wisconsin, 10 of 11 from the free throw line today. Down by 9. Does Michigan have some magic left? Foul on LaBarbera, going for the steal.
LaBarbera's been pretty successful sticking her hand in the cookie jar this year, or sorry, this game rather. But right there, she's able to hit some skin.
3 team fouls on Wisconsin, so they're 2 away from Michigan being in the bonus. Quick pass inside for an easy 2. Crockett scores.
Here comes the press for Michigan.
Pishalova loses it. Again, it looked like off the foot of someone, but no whistle. Badgers will inbound. Possession arrow, by the way, in favor of Wisconsin as well. Might have been off her knee.
A little soccer.
Now the officials are looking at it as we speak, so both teams get a free timeout. Badgers have 3 timeouts left, Michigan with 1.
The ball clearly hits Kaiser here, but does it hit Pishalova?
Hard to tell on that angle.
It is hard to tell on that angle.
This one should do it. I don't think so, do you?
I don't think so either, unless it... Look, you have to watch the trajectory of the ball as it passes post Pishalova. Does it change at all? Kaiser's hitting it, but if it changes direction, which it doesn't appear to, so the call is going to stand. There's not enough video evidence to overturn that call.
Right.
Clear cut. That was not clear cut.
45 seconds left. Wisconsin up by 7. Michigan putting on an intense defense. Trying to force another turnover. as they're running out of time here. Williams gets fouled immediately. Badgers shooting 91% from the free throw line today, but Williams only a 67% shooter on the season.
It's the right person for Michigan to foul.
Yep.
The Wolverines are going to have to score quickly off these free throws.
When they do, are they going again inside, or are they running out of time and they need to get a three?
Just take the best shot you can get. Try to go to the basket, I would say. You don't need a three necessarily. If you can get it, though, great. Just score fast.
Williams splits it. Hobbs with the board. Timeout, Michigan. That's their last one.
I'd like to see Michigan get the ball inside to Kaiser again. I think she's been really strong with it. And when she gets the ball, Wisconsin's defense collapses and has led to open three-point opportunities for Hobbs and Nolan. Wisconsin just needs to continue doing what they're doing. I love the double coming over. It's forced a lot of commotion and turnovers for Michigan. I'd also like to see Michigan again switching everything.
Let's talk about this. The Badgers, if they hold on, will have won back-to-back-to-back Big Ten games for the first time in 11 years.
This is a Wisconsin team that has played such disciplined basketball over the last 3 games.
Yep.
Get started against Rutgers, getting those three-point opportunities. Wisconsin came into this game hitting 21 combined threes after Rutgers in the Northwestern game. Paint touches, it's unselfish basketball. Today, Wisconsin has 21 assists. That's been such a huge key because the more assists you get, that just means you have multiple people stepping up and being weapons. You have 5 different players who have 9 points or more. The balance has been so difficult for Michigan to guard today.
The win they had in their game 3 days ago gave them back-to-back conference wins twice in a season, which was the first time they did that since 2011. And you talked about the reason why in that game was their three-pointers falling. Doing it again. One more three-pointer would give them 3 straight games with double-digit threes falling.
And the threes have been wide open, too. It's not as if they've been these contested threes they're just miraculously making. Wisconsin's hitting in-rhythm open shots. Great play.
Nolan wants the three. She's got it.
Brilliant.
First one of the second half, 5th of the game.
Love the draw by Kim Barnes-Arico. Love the execution by Michigan.
Badgers take a timeout. They've got 2 left. Michigan has none left.
And this is just a fade screen. Nolan fading off of Emily. Kaiser catches the ball in rhythm. That's exactly who you want shooting the ball. And watch Nolan run her defender off. Julie Pospisilova gets caught ball watching. That's an open invitation for Nolan to set her feet and fire.
Second straight year, Nolan has led the team and made three-pointers. 50% from deep today, 5 of 10. She has been trying to will her team back into it. Again, no Layla Filia, no Leah Brown. That's 35 points a game combined that they are missing.
Be a big defensive possession for Michigan once again. When you call a timeout, by the way, for those watching at home, in women's basketball, under a minute, you can advance the ball, which I think is a great rule. Makes games more exciting, but also strategically, coaches really have to step up to the plate here. Let's see how Wisconsin responds.
Pospisilova to inbound, Nolan guarding her. They'll have to use another timeout. Only 1 left for Wisconsin. A reminder of what's on the line. Wisconsin has a chance to not have to play next week on Wednesday of the Big Ten tournament in Minneapolis. If they win this game, they are locked into the 10 seed. They will be out of having to play on Wednesday. Right now, they're sitting in the 11, but a victory will bump them up.
Marissa Mosley says her team's goal from day one has been not to have to play in the first day of the Big Ten tournament. They're very close to reaching that goal. You want to peak at the right time as a team, which is into February, into March. And right now, Wisconsin, we're seeing is peaking.
If they hold on, they'll have won 4 of their last 5 games of the regular season.
And Michigan's not only an NCAA tournament team, this is a Wolverine team that has a shot at hosting the NCAA tournament.
That's right. Foul on Michigan as they try to stretch this last minute out as long as they can. 4 fouls on Maddie Nolan. She's the only one on Michigan who has more than 2 fouls. Wilkie drills it. She's got 12 points. She's an 84% free throw shooter on the year. Hits them both. Back to a 7-point deficit. Hobbs on the drive. Williams fouls her, and Hobbs falls to the ground hard.
I thought Hobbs might have hit her face on the ground, but good decision by Michigan, giving the ball and trying to score as fast as possible. Time is not on their side. That's exactly what the Wolverines need to do. Kaiser sets a little screen in the process, and total foul right there. Oh, she hits her face on the ground. That hurts. My goodness.
She doesn't have time to get over it. Goes right to the line.
I'm not over it for her. Ow.
Hits them both. Michigan gonna make Wisconsin earn this one. Trapping Wilkie, fouling Wilkie.
Wisconsin certainly has the upper hand when it comes to time and score. Keep in mind, crazy things happened yesterday. Iowa,
right?
Men,
yeah.
Oof.
The huge comeback. Down 11 with a minute to go, forced overtime and got the win.
Crazy things happen in the Big Ten is the point of the story.
Badgers doing such a great job from the free throw line. Wilkie's hit all 3 of hers. The team's only missed 2 of the 16, 2 of the 17 that they've shot from the stripe. That's how you win a close game. Williams is on the bench.
Wisconsin's bringing in Sanaya Copeland for defensive purposes. She's a lot quicker.
Hobbs again will drive. Misses it. Rebound Badgers. LaBarbera gets fouled.
Wisconsin has stepped up to every single punch Michigan has thrown today. Every quarter, any run the Wolverines have gone on, Wisconsin has shown so much maturity and poise and has handled everything and punched back. I love the fight that we're seeing from this Badger team right now.
It's impressive. They don't look anything like a 10-19 team.
They look like a team.
They look like a team that's won 4 of the last 5.
They do. They look like a team that no one's going to want to play in the Big Ten tournament.
Think of how their fortunes have changed in the last 2 weeks, right? I mean, it's a struggle of a season 2 weeks ago. Now they might win 4 of 5 and not have to play on Wednesday. .23 seconds left, down by 9. Foul on Schramek as Kaiser was shooting. Both teams are now in the bonus. But now we're down to only 12 seconds left. Kaiser sitting with 16 points, 12 rebounds. This is a Michigan team that is about to enter March, coming off their best postseason ever last year where they made it to the Elite Eight. Nolan again. No. Pospisilova has it. The ball is hers. The game is hers. Senior day is hers. And the Badgers get their biggest win of the season. Wisconsin locks in the 10 seed in the Big Ten tournament. And they do it by beating a top 15 opponent by 8 points. That now means 3 consecutive Big Ten wins for Wisconsin, something they haven't done in 11 years. January of 2012, the last time they won back-to-back-to-back Big Ten games. 13 straight losses to ranked opponents comes to a close for Wisconsin.